Yeah, just a picture. Okay. It was cute.
ทุกคนด้วยเดชบาเรชะอัฏฐอรหันต์ทั้งแปดมรรคสี่ผลสี่เป็นแปดบุรุษสี่คู่นับเรียงตัวบุรุษได้แปดบุรุษมีโสดาปฏิมรรคโสดาปฏิผลอัฏฐอรหันต์ทั้งแปดมรรคสี่ผลสี่เป็นแปดบุรุษสี่คู่นับเรียงตัวบุรุษได้แปดบุรุษมีโสดาปฏิมรรคโสดาปฏิผลสกินาคามีมรรคสกินาคามีผลอนาคามีมรรคอนาคามีผลอรหันตมรรคอรหันตผลจงมาก่อเกิดเป็นอรหันต์ทั้งแปดทิศมาอวยพรอวยชัยทุกชีวิตจิตใจลูกหลานทุกคนคนไหนเรียนหนังสือไม่จบต้องตื่นยินดีทุกผู้ทุกคนด้วยเดชบาเรชะอัฏฐอรหันต์
Wat Achatong, just above Chiang Rai in Thailand. This is where it all started for me. I'd seen Kruba on TV in Taiwan, where I was living at that time. I saw him on the Taiwanese National Geographic, Guo Jia Di Li. I saw him on there, and I came to Thailand just to study with him. At that time, I spoke no Thai. I didn't know anything. I came here, I walked into the monastery. Kruba welcomed me, and he became my first Muay Thai teacher. He taught me Thai language, taught me Buddhism, although I remain Catholic, but I studied Buddhism, and taught me about Thai culture, and it was just the most amazing experience I'd ever had in my life. Kruba has been since then one of these teachers that I've had many teachers, but he's one in just a handful of very few that I always go back to and that I always think of as my master, my teacher. Kruba had been a great professional Muay Thai champion, a Lumpini fighter. He gave up his worldly life and went to live in the jungle as a forest monk. He lived alone in the mountains, meditating. When he would meditate, the spirit teachers would come and teach him Muay Thai. Spirit teachers are great Muay Thai masters from the past who will come and teach those who are worthy. They teach you when you're sleeping, or when you're meditating, or when you're ill. The spirit teachers told Kruba to build the statues, and he built them to commemorate great fighters of the past and to demonstrate the special Muay Thai Boran movements. Well, the way Pra Kru Ba got started was that there was a problem with drug addiction among the hill tribe people here on the border region, or right on the Burma border. And you had methamphetamine, which they call yaba, and heroin were coming across the border, actually opium, coming across the border. And a lot of hill tribe people were getting sucked into the drug trade, either working as mules or they were becoming addicted. Some of the people were actually honest, hard-working people who took yaba because they thought it would help them to work harder and faster and make more money for their families. Now Kruba saw that these drugs were just destroying the local people, and so he started riding a horse and going around all the villages instructing the people not to do drugs. At that time, the war in Burma was also raging, and there were orphans being created on a daily basis. Little by little, people began giving their orphan children to Kruba to take care of, and that's where the monastery came from. He taught them Muay Thai, he taught them horsemanship, and he taught them to be good people and stay off of drugs. And then I arrived. At that time we lived in the jungle, and this place was really poor. The only thing we had to eat was whatever the hill tribe people gave the little monks in the morning as offerings, but like when it rains they don't go out to beg offerings, so we don't have food. And things are very basic, very Spartan. We slept in the jungle. And now I've come back and there's hundreds of visitors coming here. Kruba's become famous, there's people giving donations. it's been impossible so far for me to see him, and I'm probably going to have to leave soon without having had a private meeting with him, so it's a little sad. But the flip side is I'm very happy that he said he's had a success, a financial success, and that will give him more money that he can use on as many projects to help the Hill Tribe people. They're doing a big irrigation project here and some other things, so I'm happy about that, but I guess success is always a double-edged sword. As far as I understand, the first horse was given to Kruba by a farmer. He went to a fortune teller who told him the horse would be unlucky for him. He had to give it away. He gave it to Kruba. Kruba used it to go on his rounds, riding from village to village on the Burma border, helping people. And when he started taking in all the sort of drug-addicted children, he had this idea that when you're addicted to drugs, you're very self-centered. You only think about yourself and getting money for your drugs and helping yourself, and so you have to serve someone else as a kind of therapy. And in this case, he would make the kids serve the horses. So when a kid came in, they gave him a horse, and now he's responsible for feeding and cleaning and caring for that horse. And through teaching him to love and serve that horse, hopefully he learns to love and serve other human beings, and then eventually he can go back out into the world and be a good person. Kruba always told me that I had chai long, means a hot heart. I don't have any patience and I get angry easily, and he always told me that I needed to be more chai yen. More cool heart and more patient, and that morning we'd already found someone who promised to drive us into town. And at the last minute, the ride got delayed by 30 minutes or so. And during that 30 minutes, there was suddenly a break in the crowd, and I was able to get my moments alone with Kruba. And when I saw his face, I knew nothing had changed. He was the same good teacher that I remembered from years ago. A good monk is not part of the world. He's sort of walking through it, coexisting with it, but he's not part of it. And I almost felt like that when I saw Kruba, that Kruba bin Tony Kru Muay Thai Tinung. I wasn't worried that any of the noise or the visitors or the fame or any of the externalities that were around him had affected him. He was the same man, the same good man. He asked me about my fights. He asked me where I'd been. He always wants to hear about all the different countries I go to and where I'm fighting and how I'm doing. He always asks me if I win. It's really important to him. And then of course he always invites me back. Kruba told the crowd that I had once come to the monastery to learn Muay Thai with him. I was actually his first foreign student. And suddenly, all the people in the crowd were coming up to get their photos made with me and Kruba. It was a lot of fun. But then I wondered, just how do fame and adoration affect you? Kruba is, and always will be, my teacher.